Hey man, thank you guys for watching the content, watching all of the interviews. Make sure you like, subscribe, and also leave a comment, man. Vibing with Vito. Just take 1 second out your day and leave a comment, like, or subscribe. Let's get back to the interview. Okay, we live in the crib, Vibing with Vito. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube at Vibing with Vito. Also follow us on the Instagram at Vibing with Vito. You already know the slogan, we vibrating higher. And today I got a special guest in the building that was referred from one of my personal partners. But then when she sent me your work, I was like, oh yeah, definitely. Introduce yourself to the people.
What's up, people? My name is Jordan L'Oreal, out of Atlanta, Georgia. And yeah, I'm here to kick it.
I like your outfit.
Thanks, man.
For sure.
This is a Sunday morning outfit.
Hey, that's dope. That's dope.
Running it over to the vibes.
Facts. I got $1 million question for you. Everybody that sits on this couch, I asked them the same question. You ready for it?
Sure.
How big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail?
Let's see. I mean, my dreams are pretty big. They kind of scare me a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
If they don't scare you, then they not
Then
big
what
enough.
we doing? Yeah.
Facts.
I'm not afraid of failure.
Facts. Because the failure, I mean, when you think about failure, right, they have one letter in there that stands out, and it's the L. That's a lesson. It's a lesson.
Facts.
If you're not learning something from like your shortcomings and stuff like that, you're going to keep on repeating that same thing until you learn it. You know what I'm saying? So like failure is not a bad thing, but it's just how people look at it and how, people have, kind of like portrayed it for so long.
That's
you know what I mean?
Or be able to gauge what's going on, pivot, take the good information, spit out the bones.
Facts. I got a slogan that I always say, purpose over popularity. When I say that slogan to you, how can you put that in your own words?
Purpose over popularity. I think just being clear of who you are and what you're supposed to do, and not looking for a moment, but really like staying down, being consistent, knowing, what it is that you're striving for. So that's kind of what I'm on now.
Facts. Absolutely.
Everybody's looking for a viral moment. Everybody's looking for some BS.
Facts.
So
let's take it back like to the beginning of your journey. Like, you know what I mean? When did you start, and how did this whole thing even start with you like being an artist and everything?
Okay, so I've been a songwriter, producer, really for the last like 10 years. Got a chance to win my first Grammy this past year.
Dope.
As a songwriter. And just always felt like it was easy for me to hide behind the artist. It's easy to write any type of record because you can be any character you want.
Facts.
But I was starting to feel like, okay, these songs are kind of being birthed from a real place. And I feel like I should show this to the world instead of trying to like sell an idea to somebody else. So really it was just last year, me and my sister, Drea, we just kind of, decided that we were just going to go full-fledged and pray that the people that want to be here or want to listen to it would find us. So it's been fire.
That's dope. So you said, okay, songwriter, right? So like, were you kind of struggling with that though? Like honestly, in terms of like wanting to be an artist, like from the beginning, did you always want to be just a songwriter, or did you always have that?
I don't know. I think as a kid, you just want to sing and you want to just share your gift. You don't really put it in all these like terms that we do now. But I think as I got older, realizing like, well, maybe I have to look a certain way, I have to sound a certain way. And I didn't see any artists out that looked like me, that were, super popular. So I just automatically put myself in the bracket of being a songwriter and being more behind the scenes, because I didn't feel like I matched the mold of like the Beyoncés, the Janets, just some of our legendary artists that we look up to. But I think now a lot has changed. The music industry, a lot of the rules have changed. It's not a lot of red tape, and even the genres are like merging into each other. So it's an exciting time to be a creative, if you have the balls to just do it, because it's like nobody cares. Right. As long as it's good,
Facts. That was my next question I was going to ask you, kind of segue into like, how do you feel about like the sound of like, and where the direction of where like the industry is going right now for hip hop, R&B, and just everything?
So I hear so many executives, they call it the Wild Wild West right now. The industry, it feels like the Wild Wild West, because the labels aren't in control anymore. The A&Rs are in control. It's kind of like the artists are making the decisions. They are creating the records. And I think if you are not an innovator, it could be scary, a scary time, But for somebody like me, where it's like, I have vision. I see things a certain way. It's exciting because it gives everybody a even playing field. You know, as long as you have Wi-Fi and some type of device,
right,
you can share and people will come. You know, so I'm excited
dope.
to be able to just not overthink and
facts.
You know, be creative. So.
How important is like creating content for you? Like, you know what I mean? Because I can see like a smile when you're talking about.
I hate it.
You don't like
it? I hate creating content.
You don't like it?
My generation is like pre-internet, so it becomes a chore having to you know, be on top of the algorithm and kind of stay in people's faces, because essentially it's just a reel, you know, that you're showing people of who you are, what you give. And it can be a lot for somebody like me, where I don't really enjoy being on the internet and selling myself and like saying, hey, come listen to me. But I do feel like you have to.
You got to now.
It's the only way you got to stay in people's face to remind them that you exist.
Facts.
You know, so I'm getting into it. A partner of mine, she just we work together and just, you know, we'll do content for the month and schedule it out. And
content for the month? So you shoot on one day or like how?
So we'll probably shoot like 3 days out of the week.
Okay.
And just break it up, and we'll do like some short form, you know,
reels
different.
And stuff like
reels
that.
And stuff like that. So
That's
I'm
dope.
learning, but
That's
I definitely see the value and importance in it. You have to.
Facts. So in the industry where like content is coming out so quickly and stuff like that, let's talk about who your influences were. Because you said you're not into what's going on for real right now. Who are some of your influences and stuff like that, like coming up?
So I loved, of course, Missy and Timberland.
I love Missy.
I loved her, everything about, I mean, from the music to the visuals to everything. I think I was inspired by like Gwen Stefani, No Doubt.
I never heard anybody say that. That's dope.
Really?
Yeah, like that set that I interview. Like when I ask about like influence, they never say Gwen Stefani. That's awesome.
Oh, I love Gwen.
That's awesome.
She's iconic.
Thanks.
And then just growing up in the church, obviously you're inspired by, you know, just the incredible voices and people that we grew up listening to.
Thanks.
So yeah, I feel like the stuff that I'm doing is a hybrid of all of that. Just like trying different stuff and seeing what feels cool, you know?
Dope. You and Dre are real sisters?
That's my middle sister.
Come on, bruh.
Come on,
she
man.
She didn't even say that. She was like, I got an artist for you.
Yeah, it's our secret.
So
you're gonna have to cut that out. Don't put that on the internet.
You want me to? Okay, because like no, because when you're saying like the church and stuff, like it's similar. Like I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, she's my daughter. You know, I raised her.
Okay,
I'm her second mom. So we definitely have been in the trenches and just soaking up everything. We didn't go outside and play. Our mom bought us a MacBook when we were 11.
Really?
And we would play on GarageBand. That was what we did for fun.
So did your mom know that you all wanted to like sing?
No. I mean, she knew that we were into music, but I don't think she thought it was going to be serious. You know? That was just her supporting whatever we wanted to like experiment with.
That's dope. That one gift kind of changed your whole life.
Oh man, it did.
Wow.
I'm very grateful.
And a lot of times they say like children need a bunch of things. Like, you know, you all had a MacBook.
Come on.
Like that's crazy. Like I didn't get a MacBook until I was like probably like 25.
I know.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So for you to have that at age, you said 11?
Yeah. Singing into the keyboard.
Dang.
Turning on the reverb, playing with the settings, just
so mixing, basically engineering and mixing y'all stuff.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know.
That's crazy.
I know.
That's crazy. But it's also innovating too. Because it's like now, like people can get on their phones and do everything. Y'all was doing that since y'all was 11, just on a computer.
I would be a kid in a candy store with the stuff people have now.
That's dope. That's dope.
For sure.
If you can do a song with anybody, who would it be and why?
Oh, if I could do a song with anybody, I would probably want to do a song with Doechii. I'm really obsessed with her right now.
Been hearing a lot of good things about her.
Doechii is so incredible. Why I would choose Doechii is because she is so innovative. She can do anything. Really can't do any wrong in my eyes. But I just feel like it would stretch me. It would force me to like go outside of my comfort zone. And that's really the only type of creatives I really like to collab with is people that make me, you know, push myself, really that are better than me. I'm inspired by that. I don't really enjoy being around, people who they like to feel themselves,
Yeah, facts.
So it's easier to be in a room
Facts.
with people who are maybe on a lower level because it makes you feel better about yourself. But
Right.
Nah.
Facts. So being like, let's stay right there. So
Yeah.
being that you're a songwriter, you have to go in these rooms with like a bunch of people like to write records and stuff like that. Has it ever been a time where you're like, man, I'm not vibing with the people in this room. I just want to do my own thing. Have you ever felt like that? Like,
Oh, yeah.
you're in wrong rooms, but that room actually turned out to be like a blessing to be in?
Yeah, I guess I could say that. I feel like it's really cool to be in rooms where the songs write themselves if everybody just kind of submits to the
Right.
process of it
Right.
and not trying to force their own
Right.
stuff onto it. So that's always what makes it challenging is this people that are not in tune
Right.
to the energy that's
Right.
needed to
Right.
get
Right.
it all the way done.
Facts.
And it always feels good when it's finished and you're like, woo, sounds
Right.
good. I'm glad that we didn't
Dope.
go home.
Dope.
You know?
How does that work? Like when you're writing a record and it's a bunch of people in a room? Because I know, like being an artist, people can just say, hey, you should put that in there. But do y'all go actually? Do y'all take turns and go in a booth and do things, or like how does it work? Like,
So for me, I love closed sessions. I don't really like a lot of people in there unless you're creating. And typically we'll solidify the music, and then after we pick the music, I'll go into the booth, lay different melody passes, different cadences, and then I'll come out and comp everything based off of what feels like a verse, what feels like a hook, and then fill in the words with the mumbles, and then cut the record.
and I'm saying if it's a lot of people in there, so you'll go in and do that, and then does anybody?
So it depends. It's like if usually I wait to go last. I'll let someone go in.
Say the best for last.
Just not even
I'm just
that.
playing,
Like just on the aspect of like I want to be intentional. So if
Right.
we already have a fire verse melody or a fire hook, I'm not gonna go in there and lay those. I'm gonna lay what we don't have. So yeah, you'll let everybody that's in there who's supposed to be in the room. Because people who have been in the studio with me, it's a different version. Because I'm like cracking the whip. Because I want to get stuff done. I don't
Yeah.
want to be wasting time, or
Yeah.
having barbershop talk, which a lot of niggas like to do.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you can just go on a podcast for that.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So I usually am pretty strict when it comes to just like getting stuff done, just to keep the momentum going.
Facts.
And then I'll come in after, solidify it, and then we'll put it together.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Have you had like a wow moment yet, like in your career, like in terms of like it could even be that like you go into a room and there's somebody in there that's like writing a record with you and like, wow, I didn't know I was gonna be in here with this person. Like what is a wow moment for you?
I mean, the biggest wow right now is that us winning the Grammys. Yeah,
of
this year.
course.
That's like,
Of course.
Yeah, I haven't experienced anything that because we just literally did not expect it at all. Like we weren't supposed to win based off of everybody else that was nominated. They were huge,
Right. Right.
So
Damn.
it was literally like, what the heck,
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah. So
that's dope.
yeah,
That's dope.
it's definitely
That's a real moment, like surreal moment.
very
like, for you?
surreal and still doesn't feel real. Like it still feels like,
Dang.
I can't believe that happened.
What does success look like for you? Like after you already won the Grammy and all of this stuff like that. What because that's like when I talk to everybody, that's like the top, their top. Like, oh, I want to win a Grammy. You already did that. So like, does that set your bar all the way higher? Like, what does success look like for you now that you already have accomplished so much in your career?
I think being able to come out of like songwriting mode and into artist mode, it allows me to kind of we're kind of starting over a little bit. So I would love to be able to, still have the recognition as an artist, be able to tour with, some of my favorite artists and just be able to create at like a super high level, be able to eventually score some movies. And
That's dope.
I don't know. I'm like, there's no limits. I just want to
Facts.
just
Yeah.
spread all the vibes around,
Facts. When you say score movies, you're talking about have your music like on
Yeah,
movies?
I would love to be able to work because a lot of my background is through, I was doing a lot of syncs. So I
Okay.
wrote music for different musicals and
Dope.
Empire
Dope.
and different shows like that. So
Dope.
I would love to be able to, you know, go into, you know, major films and be able to just contribute to the music. However, because I
Facts.
just think that that's another level of
Absolutely.
musicality. You know?
Absolutely. So for the people that may watch this episode, like, and you said you used to do syncs and stuff like that. How do you even get started with doing that? Like as an artist, do you submit your records to certain people, or do you hit up certain directors? How do you sync, like, get your music on syncs?
Well, I was signed to Disney.
Oh wow.
That was my first publishing deal.
How you gonna leave that out and just say it?
It
like,
was so long ago.
okay.
But that was kind of how I got started. I was signed to them as a writer, and so I was working on a lot of their TV shows. And then after I finished that deal, you're kind of like you're just as good as your last, you know, accomplishment. So I was, you know, people would call and kind of knew that was my forte, I guess.
Right.
But I'm never really big on like pitching and chasing, you know. I feel like that's not really been my experience. It's always been like it finds me,
Yeah, facts.
you know. And I
Facts.
know that sounds as cliche as it sounds, but
yeah.
I feel like once the universe knows that you're serious about it and you're consistent, then it'll whatever your resources are, it's gonna come. The people are gonna
Facts,
come,
facts.
you know. So it's always been managers or attorneys that
Reach
have
out
been
to
in my
you.
life, and that we've worked together, and either they have certain contacts or resources, or people are reaching out to them for stuff, and then
That's dope.
Yeah.
So have you always been like that, like your whole career, or it's like, man, I know this is gonna come to me, so I don't have to chase it? Have you always been like that, or have you ever been like anxious to like do other things too as well? Like, hey, I really want this, so let me just try to holler at somebody about it.
yeah,
Okay.
no, I've always been. I think that's just probably my personality. Like I'm an Aries, so it's just like I don't really care, you know,
Right.
until I care. So
Until you
it's,
care.
it's like I'm never pressed.
Facts. That's dope. That's
Never
dope.
pressed.
Facts. With the world on your shoulders, success in the palm of your hands, how do you respond when adversity knocks at your door?
I ground. I stop because I feel like if anything that's happening, it's all a build up. So it's like I usually come to a complete pause and fully ground and see am I doing anything to contribute to this? You know, what can I do to change the direction of it, and then start again.
Facts. Wow.
I have to do that because if I don't, I burn it all down
Facts.
with
Facts.
impulse and emotions and
Facts.
fire.
Facts.
you know?
Facts. How do you basically set the tone of your day each and every day to be the best version of yourself? What's your mantra? What do you do to be the best form of yourself every day?
I love that. Okay, so I usually start with 10 things of gratitude,
Okay.
and even if it's like, so grateful for this soft bed, I'm so grateful for this glass of water, like super detailed. And then I'll usually meditate or pray for like 10 minutes, do like a guided meditation, and movement, some type of movement, and utilize my creativity somehow, some way. So if it's just laying down melodies or going through tracks or going to
Facts.
sessions, I try
Facts.
to do something creative every day just so
Facts.
that the muscle keeps being used.
Do you record yourself at your house sometimes?
You know it.
Okay, I was gonna ask.
You
Like,
know
so
it,
you wake
yeah.
up out the bed, turn your swag on, and then
Facts.
like,
Yeah,
and then
I got
you
a
just start.
crazy template. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. So how does it feel to like be able to just be a one-stop shop? Like, you could do everything yourself. Like, you don't have to really wait for other people. Like, of course they can touch it up and stuff. How does that feel? Because a lot of artists, they don't have like the luxury of doing that. They have to wait to get in the studio and stuff like that. So how does that make you feel?
I was definitely that artist. Like I was tired of having to call engineers or pay for engineers and stuff like that. So I had there's a buddy of mine, Mark. He taught me how to use Pro Tools and gave me my first template,
That's dope.
which is nothing extravagant, but it allowed me to be able to not have to wait on people because that's what I hated.
Facts.
So yeah, it's just a matter of learning. YouTube University is where it's at, baby.
Right. Facts.
Anything's possible.
In terms of like you picking beats for your records, like, is there a certain sound that you look for? Is there a go-to producer that you have? How do you do that?
Absolutely. I have Jubilee is a producer that I work pretty much do everything with. And he is a wizard. That's what I call him.
Where is he from?
He is based out of East Atlanta.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, because Jubilee is like a New Orleans name.
No, yeah, we call him Jude. But
okay.
I don't know where he's based.
Okay, facts.
Yeah, he is my go-to just because he plays with sounds. Like, he's not afraid to, like, put weird sounds with hood drums and, like, he just experiments. And it inspires me to want to, like, create, you know?
Dope.
I've never had much luck with the YouTube beats. I know some people, like, I know Money Long was talking about how she finds really good ideas, but I don't ever have luck with it.
Yeah, because you got to type in type beats.
Right.
So it's like you really got to be in that mode, like, and you got to go through everybody's beat until you can.
Because see, my brain, my ears get super tired. So after like the third beat, it's all sounds the same.
Right.
So that's why when producers want to send me or play stuff, it's like, give me your best 3.
Facts.
Because after that, my ear is over it.
That's dope. That's dope. For the upcoming artists that, you know, are inspired by what our conversation and stuff like that, what are some advice? What's some advice that you would give upcoming artists or writers?
I don't know. I would say the most important thing is just to be authentic. It's like, that's why we love the Sexy Reds of the world. We love the Cardi B's. We love them because they are
them
authentically themselves.
Thanks.
No matter what. And
Thanks.
It's like your music may not be like on the level of maybe the other artists that you aspire, but it's like people gravitate towards being authentic and being for real. That's what makes us want to listen to stuff over and over again and support people and go and, you know, research more about them because it's like, oh, it's something real. So it's like, you know, I can critique the music stuff all day, but it's like, are you who you say you are? You know what I'm saying?
Facts. That's dope. This segment of the show is Vibing with Vito shoutouts. But before we get into that, explain to the people your vibe. Like, what's your vibe? We didn't say that.
What's my vibe musically?
Yeah. No, just period. What's your vibe? You're on Vibing with Vito. Explain your vibe. I'm sorry, I was supposed to ask you that at the beginning of the show.
Okay,
but let's go.
My vibe is I don't know, like, just extrovert, but I really love like intricate musicality, and I really like I mean, I don't know, how do people answer this question?
I mean, they just talk about themselves, like, hey, I like rainy days.
What's your vibe?
My vibe is chill. I'm laid back. I love wrestling, as you can see. I love music. I love talking to people. You know what I mean? So that's my vibe. My vibe will be Vito.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, Vito.
Yeah.
No, I guess, yeah. So an extrovert can be chill.
Facts.
I also enjoy connecting with people and listening to people's stories.
Facts. I love that.
And I like using people's stories as like different muses to create different stuff.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. All right, now we can get into Vibing with Vito shoutouts. This segment of the show is for shoutouts. You shout out everybody that was with you, that started with you, your fans, and people that you want to shout out.
Okay, so shout out to Drea the Goat, of course.
Shout out to
she makes the world go around. Okay,
facts.
Love her. Shout out to Jubilee. He is responsible for all the fire 808s and crazy beats that are on Ethers, which is my new EP that just dropped.
Let's get it.
Let's see. And just shout out to everybody that's consistent and holds me down and, you know, interacts with me online and listens to my music and, you know, just shows real love. I'm very, very grateful. The head is not big at all.
Facts. Before we get up out of here, I got one last question for you. In terms of, because you said something, how important is like your surroundings, like your environment and the people that are in your life? How important is that for you to, you know, continue on with your journey?
I mean, it's make or break. I just got out of a 11-year relationship, and it significantly impacted my productivity. It impacted even the things that I was attracting, because I didn't make space for the stuff that I knew was important to me. And I just took on everything else from, the past situation. So I say all that to say that the surroundings makes or breaks, the blessings and things that you manifest into your life, as well as your mental capacity and what you choose to focus on. And if the people that are around you are not equally focused on the things that are important to you, it's scattered energy, and it's not concentrated, and it's not gonna puncture. So it's very, very important. That's like something I'm a late bloomer, but I learned that.
That's dope. That's dope. Do you believe in therapy? Because you said
don't I sound like it?
You said 11-year relationship, so I'm like, I was just trying to figure out, like, do you believe in like therapy? Have you went and seen a therapist, talk to? Because I promote therapy.
Oh man, I promote therapy, and I promote self-awareness.
Thanks.
Because I think that it's one thing for somebody to give you the tools, but we still have to go home and use them, and you still have to be accountable to yourself and know, like, okay, I'm doing something I said I wasn't going to do, right. I'm going backwards, and be able to pull yourself out of that. So therapy is so important, and self-talk is so important.
Facts. I appreciate you for coming to Vibe with Vito. Real talk. Tell the people where they can find you.
You guys can find me on all socials at Jordan L'Oreal. The EP is on all DSPs, Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music. Go on and run it up for me. You'll like it.
Facts. Thank you again.
Thank you.
It's been another episode of Vibing with Vito. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube. Help us get them subscribers up. We almost at 4,000 subscribers. Hey. I'm super geeked about that. You already know the slogan. We vibrating higher, and we gone.